Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. And here with me today, I have another diamond in the rough for you guys to meet. His name is Garrett Carroll. He's an offensive lineman out of Grand Valley State University. Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So, for people that don't understand, Grand Valley State really successful team there in Division Two, always in the running for maybe even a national title. But I mean, you guys, year in and year out, are likely winning your conference there in the GLIAC. So, but you obviously being a fixture there for really quite some time, man, over 50 career starts on a very successful offensive line. So, why don't you go ahead and share your story a little bit, man? Tell me where you're from, and we'll just start walking through your journey, okay?
Gotcha. Like you said, Garrett Carroll from Fort Wayne, Indiana. I went to high school at Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Really great program. And then got recruited by Jack Ginn to go to Grand Valley. And from there, just been grinding. I came in for my freshman year as a 235-pound tackle, and kind of just with this amazing strength program they have at Grand Valley, just developed myself and with the amazing coaches I had as well, who believed in me and the teammates along the way. Had a great development there. And like you said, we've had some great runs at Grand Valley throughout the years, some great runs, especially this year. And yeah, just especially like going through COVID as well. Like, oh man, it's been a great time at Grand Valley, and just some really great memories there.
Great. Let's back up a little bit, man. Let's start from the beginning. How long have you been playing football?
Whew, since I was probably about, I want to say 7, 7. It's been a long time.
Cool. And again, grew up there in Indiana, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Went to Snyder High School.
Yes, sir.
Any memories from Snyder that maybe you'd like to share? Like, what's maybe like one of your most fond memories?
I'd say my most fond memory at Snyder was winning a state championship my sophomore year of high school. That was unbelievable moment, especially being a sophomore, again, moved up to varsity, and then you guys go all the way to the state championship. Unbelievable experience.
Great. Did you do any other sports during your time in high school? I mean, did you dabble in anything else besides football?
My freshman year, I tried wrestling. I didn't make it. I was a little scrawnier back then, and just wasn't too good of a wrestler. But throughout my years there, I played track and did shot put.
Cool. Well, I mean, hey, I mean, you got to try a little bit with, a few different things when you're in high school. So I definitely think that's pretty cool. Again, Garrett, Grand Valley State was really the team that wanted you, and they brought you in. So let's talk about Grand Valley. For people that don't know, maybe have never stepped on campus, what what makes that program, that university special for you?
I'd say it's the environment and like the connections, like with like coaches, administration, your teammates, even other students in class. Like the environment there is so welcoming that you almost, like, as soon as you step on campus, you're like, oh, I don't want to leave. Like it's amazing, especially in the fall with the views of the campus. It's amazing. Like it's just a nice campus, and it's, like I said, so welcoming. It's like you feel like home every time you just walk in there.
Nice. And obviously you've been there for a minute now, especially with the extra COVID season. So, I mean, I'm assuming you've already gotten your degree. What'd you get that in?
Criminal justice with a minor in sociology.
Interesting. So, hypothetically, man, what do you see yourself doing out, like after your football days are done? I mean, have you thought that far ahead or what?
Yeah, I've done some thinking, and football after football, definitely maybe want to head into the FBI, you know, go that route a little bit.
Interesting. That'd definitely be one for you there. So all right, let's talk some more football. Describe how that offense works for you, man. I mean, if I had to say, Garrett, give me like maybe one word or series of words, how would you describe that offense?
versatile, and explosive.
All right.
Like
Okay. And then again, I had opened up with basically sharing that you've had a ton of experience, over 50 starts there. Can you just kind of describe a little bit like your overall experience there on the offensive line?
it was awesome, man. Because I just being there for so long, I've gotten to play with a couple different units being there, and it was awesome getting to learn from some of the older guys being there, as like Ethan Culberson, Calvin Graves, just a lot of older guys who showed me the ropes. And as I got through my time there, I got to show the younger guys coming in the ropes, such as Jeff Burton, Brett Weaver, just some younger guys, and it has been awesome. Like couldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, and again, played some right tackle, played right guard, played left guard. Uh, for a guy who's been there for a while, I mean, do you see yourself as a leader? Like now, being the senior most guy on the offensive line. I mean, how would you describe that?
Yeah, I'd say especially this year, I had a pretty big leadership role on the team and even on the offensive line. And I describe myself as a strong leader, using my voice when I need to, but also big on leading by example. Showing everybody the right thing to do, and just giving them somebody to look up to.
Cool. Again, just wanted to talk a little bit more about football. Uh, just give me a feel, man. Like, what's that one play that you think is like your guys' bread and butter? Maybe one that you love hearing in the huddle. What's that one that you enjoy executing out there?
I'd say either pin and pull, get me out in space with those quicker guys. Let me show you my athleticism, and even gap scheme. I like pulling, trap pulling. That's my thing. I love it. Every time I hear it, I'm like, let's go get some.
Cool. So, uh, again, you guys have probably executed that day in and day out, in practice, and then also out there, on every single game. So, again, described Grand Valley as really one of the more dominant teams there in Division Two. I mean, I was just kind of looking at your guys' standings over the past several seasons. Winning your conference. What is it? 12 win, 11 wins over like it's seemingly every single season. So,
Mhm.
um, what goes into that sort of consistency?
That usually that like with that consistency, it starts all the way in fall camp and in the winter. Like in the winter time, you're working out with the guys, you're going through conditioning, and they harp consistency from the start. Like whether it's you're doing sprints, like you give the same effort and you're the same person every rep going up to the line, and they harp that from the winter all the way up until we get to fall camp and even the season. And by the time you get to the season, everybody's running on the same page. It's a well-oiled machine, and that's one of the things I love about Grand Valley is because they bring that into your early. They bring that early into your like lifting, and even into the classroom as well. Outside of football, be as consistent as you can, and I feel like that's one of the big contributors to that.
Yeah, and just kind of even the consistency in the coaching. I mean, obviously there's got to be some guys that they're constantly bringing in. So who are the guys kind of coming up in that program that we need to look forward to in the coming season?
You said coaches or players?
Players, of course.
Oh, players. Okay. Definitely a name to look forward to is Gabe Brown. He's had great couple seasons there. He's going into a senior year. Gonna be gonna be a monster. Kyler Blake Jones as well. He's the center for their number 60, going into his senior year as well. As consistent as it gets at center. Like I don't think you'll find a more consistent center in D2 football. And some other guys coming up, Jeff Burton, Brett Weaver, Jalen Caldwell, absolute monster. Like, don't be surprised if you hear those names out there pretty soon.
Nice. So during your time there, I know you've been part of a lot of great moments. Share one of them for me if you don't mind, whether it be one of those conference championships, a great win, a great play. Walk me through maybe one of your most favorite moments, there for Grand Valley.
I'd say probably my most favorite moment at Grant Valley was when I'd probably say beating Ferris the first time around by how much we did. That was probably just amazing. Just because like you get all the outside voices come in. Is Grand Valley gonna do it? Is Grand Valley gonna do it? And we put in so much time and effort and hard work, and just to see everybody firing on all cylinders, doing their jobs, and just come together as a team and just handling business. That was awesome. Seeing the defense do their thing and just watching all my brothers just ball out, even the coaches watching them do their thing. Like it was such a surreal moment in Lover Stadium.
Great. Garrett, again, you've put together a pretty solid career. Been named first team all conference, I think 2 times. And then, you were named all conference also in 2019. Maybe again in there somewhere or another, man. It's hard to count these things, especially with the COVID year, but really ended things solidly. When you look back at all these achievements, what's the one that sticks out for you? What are you most proud of?
Honestly, I'd say the all conference in 2022 stuck out to me the most, because that winter before there, I had torn my left pec
Hmm.
in the winter time. So I didn't get a spring ball, and really not much of a fall camp. So, all that time I was working on getting my body right, and everybody was already, running some reps and stuff. And then I came back. I missed the first game of the 2022 season against Mines, and then traveled to Pueblo. And that was really my first snap of football in almost a year. And I was nervous, but my teammates really just surrounded me with trust and love. And I think that was probably one of the best games I played, was against Pueblo. And just being able to go out there with the trust and faith my coaches and players had and teammates had in me, to go out there and get the job done. And that rest of the year, I think I had one of my best years there. And I think that accolade that year means the most, just because like of the hard work and what it took to get it.
Great. And again, you were talking about the 2022 season,
Hmm.
and just kind of, I don't know, I guess, expound on that a little bit. I mean, obviously, it really showcases a person's character, how they respond to adversity. And then, of course, going through rehab, getting yourself, ready once again to go out there and be one of the better offensive linemen in your conference. That to me really shows a lot of character. So, congrats to you in that regard. But also, I want to
Thank you.
learn a little bit more about you, maybe something that's not football related. So, Garrett, tell us a little something that maybe not everybody knows, whether it's a hobby, or something or other, like any passion you might have. So, share a little something.
Man, outside of football, I'm a huge movie watcher. Like, if there's a new movie coming out, I want to go see it. Like, I'm a huge movie fanatic, TV shows even, but especially movies. Like, I am all into it. Like, if there's anything coming out that looks, a little bit good, like sign me up. And even besides, movies, I like to cook. This I didn't get to just because of how much time I had this season. I didn't get to cook as much as I wanted to, being at home, but I love cooking. It's relaxing to me, like you get to spend some time, making what you like to make, put everything you want into it, and it's so calming to me, and I love it, man.
Nice. So, just to piggyback on those thoughts a little bit, again, you said you're an avid movie watcher. So, give me one of those favorites of yours, man. Either something that you've watched recently, or just like like an all-time favorite.
I'm huge into the Marvel movies. Love them. I've been watching them since I was a kid, and I follow all of them to this day. But a movie I just watched recently that I thought was really good, older movie with Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman in it. It's called The Prestige. Great movie, great movie. I don't think it could get any better than that movie. It was great. It was just great.
Gotcha. You had mentioned the Marvel stuff, so I got to follow up with that and ask you, which superhero do you most identify with
Ooh.
or would like to be, whatever?
I would probably say, I think everybody probably roll with it, but maybe Captain America, just because, he's as hardworking as he is, and and you see that man always showing up in those movies, and I'd say Captain America.
Gotcha. That's cool. And then again, you had mentioned yourself as a person who likes to cook. So, what is that one signature dish that you like to maybe make? Like, let's just say, you got like Gordon Ramsay coming to your house or something like that. What are you gonna make him?
Oh, I'm making him a nice plate of chicken parm, man. Chicken parm with a nice Caesar salad on the side. We'll throw some breadsticks on the side. We're eating good.
Cool, cool. Well, uh, and then just one more question to wrap things up on that part. So, have you ever, I don't know, who would you love a chance to meet, like a celebrity, whether that be an actor, musician, or even an athlete? Is there somebody who you would love a chance to meet one day?
I'd say, I mean, being a football player and offensive lineman, I'm gonna say David Bakhtiari. Like, I would love to have a sit down meeting with him and just pick his brain about life and football in general. Like, like I'm a huge Packers fan as it is, and him being the left tackle for the Packers for some time now, like I would love to just sit down with him and, just go on about some life, and then, obviously the game a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe perhaps one of these days here very soon, you may end up finding yourself there, like on the Packers or some other team here very shortly. So at least
Hopefully, man.
that's the hope. That's what we're shooting for, of course. But as we wrap up our time here, obviously there's a lot of scouts out there that might be interested in you. Maybe want to bring you in. So give them your pitch, man. Why would you be a great addition to their team? And what would you add to their program? So end with your pitch.
I'd say, I feel like I'm a very versatile player. Like, if you put me somewhere new and give me a little time and I'll learn it. Like, I'll spend as much time as needed to learn what I need to learn, especially if I need to get better at something. Like, give me some time and I'll get it done. Like, I'd say I'm hardworking, like, and persistent. If I lose a rep, best believe I'm gonna do everything in my power not to lose that rep again, and what I can do to get to even improve. Um, like I said, hardworking, and just the knowledge I have around offensive line, especially being all over, I feel like could be a tool as well. Like, put me where you want, let's go. And yeah, and I'd say my strength, and I'd say I'm very mobile too, as well, pulling a lot over the past few years in space. I've got a lot of good experience blocking quicker guys too, and whoever picks me up and their style of offense, like hopefully they want to run it all the time because I'm ready.
Cool. Well, Garrett, do feel like you do bring a lot as a prospect. I mean, again, a guy who is very experienced, over 50 career starts, been a part of a very successful program, so obviously knows what it means in order to get there, to succeed, a leader there on your team, and some versatility as well, either tackle or guard. So bring a lot to the table. So I'm pretty sure someone's going to be very interested in you at the next level. So Garrett, wish you very best of luck in this process, and take it easy.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jimmy.
No problem. Once again, Garrett Carroll, offensive lineman, Grand Valley State. Check this guy out.